move on then to World Supersport, and two riders I'm going to bring out. We would normally bring the top three riders, but firstly I would like to just really make an announcement in relation to Kenan Sofuoglu. Many of you will have known, of course, the stories in the press around Kenan and his newly born young child, his little son, who is fighting for his life in Turkey at the moment. So understandably, Kenan has decided that he will not partake in the Paddock show this afternoon. He's decided to take an emergency flight back to Turkey, where he wants to be with his wife, which I'm sure that we can all understand. And on behalf of World Superbike, and on behalf, I'm sure, of all of you, Kenan won his fourth race in a row today to take an extended lead in the championship. Please join with me in just sending some applause and our best wishes and thoughts for Kenan, for his wife, and for the recovery of his young baby Hamza, who is recovering in Turkey. Thank you all very much. We move on then to the two riders from World Supersport that we do have with us, starting with the rider that finished in second position and demolished the lap record in the process. I'm sure that the rider that will come out in third position will tell us about how it was to go fairing to fairing into turn one. But please welcome the rider that is now second in the World Championship for the MV Augusta Reparto Porsche team from France. Please welcome Jules CLUZEL. And how about this? For those of you that do travel around the world, and for those of you that have been to Donington for Superbike before, you know that my middle name is Statistic, and there's a reason for that, is that I spend days and days before the events looking at the various statistics and really just trying to understand everything that's happening in the championship, just so that we can make these shows really informative. Here at Donington Park, I was delighted to come across this next class. The next rider I'm going to invite onto the stage is 17 years old. He's the youngest British wildcard ever in World Supersport. He's the youngest wildcard ever in Supersport. He's also British. What a debut. Front row off the grid. Third position for the Pace Days team Yamaha. Please welcome RYDE. And I'm sure that this will be a weekend style. You'll remember for the rest of his life. Great job today, Kyle. We'll speak to you in a second. We move on to World Superbike and let's complete the CHAZ on the rider that finished just off the podium in both races, nursing cracked ribs, doing everything he could to make it onto the podium. Please welcome for the Aprilia Red Devils racing team, HASLAM. Another statistic, the 11th all-British podium at Donington Park in the history of World Superbike. It doesn't get much better than the racing that you've seen today. In third position for the Aruba IT Racing Ducati team, he's never been as high as this on a Superbike at Donington before, CHAZ DAVIES. Second position in both races, extending his lead in the FIM Superbike World Championship to almost 100 points. Second on both occasions. Please welcome for Kawasaki, Jonathan Ray. Now, it may have taken him a few races to get the hang of the Kawasaki and the new rules, but he's done it in style here. He's back on form. He took pole position yesterday. He took the fastest lap. He now has 26 career wins, 6 at Donington, which equals the legend that is Carl Fogarty. Please welcome the grinner, Tom Sykes. And before we hear from the riders, please welcome onto the stage our lovely girls from Prosecco Golf. There we go, now we can go, there we go. Okay, welcome to our lovely ladies from Prosecco. They will be joining us later in the show, but first let's hear from Jules. Jules, there's a mic on the legend interview there. Okay, we'll get to the presentations in a few moments, but let's hear firstly from the riders. starting with Jules. Jules, a difficult start to the weekend. Things came good. You put it onto the front row of the grid. You then suffered a crash in qualifying. So that race today, you gave it everything until the end. You absolutely demolished the lap record by nearly half a second. But in the end, second position. But you're still quite happy with that, I understand.
Yeah, I'm really happy. It was a really tough weekend. In the fourth session, we just made two. We had some strange problem, but at the end we fixed it and we made a new setting just for the race. I mean, it was working, but it was a bit hard. I had a bit sliding, and I'm happy to finish second. For sure, it would be better to take 5 points to Kenan, but that's it. This weekend was second, and I'm happy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the new lap record holder here at Donington Park and second in World Super Sport, Jules. The only against Kyle, I'm probably going to get into trouble for this, but yeah, I don't care, we're at Donington Park. Please welcome the winner of the FIM Superstock 1000 race and the leader of the championship as we head to Portimao from Italy, Lorenzo Savadori. Okay, we move on to Kyle Ride. And how about it one more time? Raise the roof for Donington's debut podium for Kyle Ride. I think we've made a few fans today, Kyle, but what was it like? We spoke throughout the weekend and you said you were a little bit nervous, but you showed no signs of nerves whatsoever. Just tell us if you can. I was commentating on that race, and the move with Jules. Jules looked very committed into Redgate, and there was no way you were letting him through on lap 4, was there?
No, I had a decent tyre, and following Sofuoglu, I hadn't seen him all weekend, so following him, I wanted to do the best race I possibly could, and then following Kenan would have pulled away from the group behind, so I didn't really want anyone to pass me and mess it up, so I just tried to keep him second there.
And what was it like racing with Kenan and Jules, and in the end, Lorenzo Zanetti, because certainly you would have seen that because you were riding, but around the circuit there were gasps and oohs and ahs, and you were on the grass with Zanetti at one point. I mean, just what was it like those last 2 laps?
The last 2 laps was hard, but yeah, when he come past me, it gave me a bit of a oomph to get back past him and pull away because I had more pace, but the first couple of laps back with Jules and Sofuoglu, it was really good, because watching him on telly at Imola and that, it was riding unreal, and just to be in the mix with him, it's just a great achievement.
So what's the plan then, going on from this and wrapping up the British Crown, is that the plan?
Hopefully, if I come third here and battle with them, there's no excuses why not to get on the podium every race at VSB, so I'll just keep fighting hard and getting consistent.
Absolutely well done, and a great performance on stage for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. I'm sure he's going to be a champion. Moving on then to World Superbike, and 2 fantastic races. Lap record went in race 1, it went again in race 2, so the record's been rewritten throughout the weekend. Leon, we know that it's been difficult for you. Of course, you're not going to be satisfied with the results because you're a racer, we know that, but how difficult was it for you with the track grips?
Yeah, you know, I didn't expect it to be this bad over the weekend, but you know, the first half of the race I felt pretty good. But obviously I must have been overcompensating on something a real bad on pump and kind of dropped like a stone. You know, I was back on doing low 28s to 30s. Race 2 was a lot better. The guys worked really hard with the bike, and you know, had a really good battle with Giuliano for that 4th place. But yeah, like I say, it's more home race, home crowd, and you know, these 3 Brits at the side of me had a really good battle and got on that podium, and obviously that was my aim. But you know, 2 4th places, you know, that's what we got today, and we'll have to move on to the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, HASLAM. We're going to take a short break with the questions just to make a couple of presentations. Pirelli, of course, our tyre sponsor, and they have been for many years now, and we're delighted that they continue to support the championship. Pirelli presents an award at each of the events, both in Supersport and in World Superbike for both races. So let's go ahead, if we can, and make the presentations, the Pirelli Best Lap Awards in both of those categories, starting with World Superbike. The first prize for the Pirelli Best Lap will be presented by Mr. Simon Carter. If we could ask Mr. Simon Carter please to come onto the stage. Welcome, Simon. Lorenzo, I could just ask you, just for the purpose of the photo, just to move the chair just to one side. I didn't really think this moving there we go. We'll think on our feet, there we go. I will put you back in line in a minute, but we'll just get the official photo. Okay, as I said, a record-breaking opening race, and no surprise that it was a Kawasaki rider that set the lap record in the first race, 1:27.914 on the 9th lap. The Pirelli best lap for race 1 goes to Kawasaki's Jonathan Ray. And we'll just get the official photo. And down here as well for the TV. Okay. Thank you very much, Simon. We move on then to the Pirelli best lap for World Superbike race 2. And Simon will be presenting this as well, so we get the, okay, there we go. Okay, we move on then, and the lap record got even faster. 1:27.640 on the second lap of the race, and it went to our double winner, Tom Sykes. Thanks to Simon, thank you to Tom. Let's keep the presentations going and complete this part of the show then with the Pirelli Supersport best lap. And please welcome firstly to the stage Pirelli Supersport technician Lorenzo Stefanelli to the stage. And our new World Supersport lap record holder in a time of 1:30.425 on the 14th lap, when he was being pushed very, very hard and trying to chase down the leader, Kenan Sofuoglu. Our new lap record holder from France for the MV Augusta Reporto course team, Jules CLUZEL. And Jules, if you could get the official photograph please as well. And also down here as well. If we can get another one, please. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, our Pirelli best lap winners are for Jules CLUZEL, Tom Sykes and Jonathan Ray. Okay then, back to the questioning. CHAZ, we spoke over the weekend, and I wouldn't say that you were a little bit downcast, but you were a little bit unsure of what this weekend was great. Great work by you and the Aruba team. Your first World Superbike podiums, and 2 of them.
Yes, definitely. I think before the weekend, I knew that to get on the podium here would be a tall order. Donington definitely no secret that it's never been a track particularly suited to myself, but last year was a real struggle. So to turn it around and come away with a double podium today feels like a win. It's there's no keeping up with Simon and Tom. They're in a different league, but to do the best of the rest was what I was aiming for and what we got. So really, really happy, and definitely it was a big fight for the 2 races, and enjoyable, good battle. I had to come through a little bit in the second race, but yeah, really, really, really good and chuffed.
Ladies and gentlemen, our double third place finisher here, CHAZ Davies. Moving on then to Jonathan Ray, our double second place finisher. And Jonathan, the question I'm going to ask you is actually a Twitter question. And of course, firstly, congratulations on the 2 second places. Again, ladies and gents, you can send in your questions, #AskWorldSBK throughout the whole season. They do come through to me and I can put them to you. This question, I'm sure it's a question a lot of us wanted to know, but @Mark75Red has asked, what colour is your underwear now?
This same guy asked the questions, I think, all weekend.
He asked 2 yesterday. Yeah, he's asking good questions and they're better than mine, so
you keep telling me ask.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just threw my underwear out. So listen, I had such a big moment in, I'm not sure which one, but it's Coppers onto that straight Coppers, and I don't know, I seemed to have a problem with my tyre in the beginning of race 2. Something didn't feel right from the warm-up lap, and then basically when I tipped in, I ran a little bit wide in the dirty stuff, and then when I went to gas it up, the rear just completely let go, and that was a scary enough moment. But when I landed perfectly in the seat, like somebody really helping me upstairs, and I put some wing angle to the bike and it went again. I thought, oh, this is not meant to be, and then I was back in the pack. And to be honest, from that point on, I really enjoyed the race because I was able to understand the tyre and the bike, and then work step by step and make some passes. And Tom was too far in the front today, he was incredible, and we could I mean, like Jules said, today it is really good because we couldn't have done any more. And it's really cool to see all you guys here. The track was pretty packed, I think, from many other years. It kind of resembles an atmosphere that we have in Imola. So thanks to all the British fans that are coming out and my little segment in Northern Ireland. There's so many flags of support around the circuit, so it really means a lot, guys. Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the champion in terms of the spectator attendance, 31,000 fans are here today, seeing a Brit domination in Superbike, top 4 Brits, and of course Kyle on the podium as well. So as I said, keep supporting World Superbike. But how about this for a success story? Back on pole position, 26 career poles. He's now equal Paul Fogarty in the number of victories here, 24 career wins. You're now second in the championship and really taking the fight to your teammates. Tom, well done today.
Thank you. Sounds like we've had a successful weekend then, but no, honestly, it's been a great weekend. We turned the corner in Imola, and obviously Jonathan, have you been seeing all that Prosecco? Good stuff. And, but yeah, we turned the corner in Imola, and that was a turning point. So here we just put it to practice. We didn't really do many things to the bike, or let's say many things that improved it. We're already on a good level and had a great feeling all weekend. Like Jonathan said, we've had great support from the British crowd, and you know, it's no secret I do like Donington Park. So race 1 and 2 were completely different stories. Race 1 was a nice little battle, you know, and me and Jonathan touched elbows a couple of times, but nothing, you know, nothing stupid. It was, I think we had good respect for each other, and we were just looking for the same piece of tarmac in a couple of corners. So that was a really nice race, and then race 2, I seen Jonathan had some advantage over me in race 1 in some areas. So I really wanted to get a good start and not get confused in the first laps like in race 1. And it went good. Then obviously from the pit signals I seen Jonathan must have had a small problem. So yeah, we just kept pushing. We almost pushing hard in the beginning, but in the end the ZX10 was working really nice. So for this I'm happy. And again, Kawasaki Racing Team 1, 2 in qualifying and 1, 2 in the race. So big credit to those guys. You know, they don't get to this can get overlooked sometimes, but it's those guys that put me in Jonathan here. So many thanks, and we'll keep trying to Portugal next time out.
Ladies and gentlemen, our double winner and second. Lorenzo, congratulations. You came straight from the podium, so I'm guessing that you would have won when I saw you back there, but it's turning into a perfect season for you. Another victory following on the victory, of course, in Imola.
Yes, I'm very happy because I ride here 6 years ago in 125 World Champion, and I'm very happy because the bike was very well. I also did very hard for all the weekend, and I love my Pirelli. I'm very happy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Super Talk winner and the SIKES Super Talk winner, LORENZO SAVADORI. Let me take the microphone. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's now over to you. So we have time to take 3 questions from the fans. So I want the first 3 hands, and I'll bring you up onto the stage. So this young lady here, this gentleman here, and
It's got to be that one there.
Are you sure? Okay, do you want to come forward as well? If this goes wrong, it's on your head. Okay, the people that are going to ask questions, keep coming forward. How about a round of applause for our questioners? They're going to come up on stage. Just be careful on the stairs there. We did have an absolute... Okay, let me give you the microphone back. I'm not sure where the microphone's going to go. What's your name? Vanessa, okay. Welcome to the stage. Let's get the other people on as well. Your first time in Superbike?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
I'm loving it. It's fun!
Okay, and your name, sir? Okay, Marco from Leeds in York. I'm guessing I think I know where your question is going to go. And where was the third lady? Do you want to come forward as well? Quick as you can, if you don't mind. Just watch your head. There we go. Okay, just take your time on the stairs. And what's your name? Where are you from, Michelle?
Boston English.
Boston English. First time in Superbikes? Been here a while? Excellent, okay. Right, so the way this is going to work, we're going to pass the microphone along. You can ask one rider a question, only one rider, so don't make it a generic answer. Please keep it clean. All right, we've had some crazy questions during the season. We do have quite a few small children, so Vanessa, we'll start with you.
I have no idea on that, but unfortunately, it's not the first time yet, so I've been looking at the all kick earlier. Ask all the question, what's it like? Is it hot in Lebanon? Not hot, that's all I know.
Okay, so Tom, this one's you, maybe after
No, not this weekend. This weekend's been quite cool to say the least. It was like carrying a set of walnuts this morning in Walnut. But yeah, when we get to places like Japan, then it's sure hot here. Just to give you an idea, it's 40 degrees air temperature, 65 degrees track temperature. And when Dawn have you standing on the grid for 20 minutes, you get a fair dab on. So yeah. It does vary, but like I said, this weekend resembles a walnut, that's it.
Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, over to you, sir.
My question is to, Tom. Me and my mountain bikes have been coming to Superbike for a long while now. Do you ever get sick of signing autographs and taking photos?
No, if you do, you're best off taking her out with another job. But no, we love it. Obviously, there's moments when we, speaking from personal choice, I love spending time with the fans, but there's only a small window sometimes where you need to get from A to B fast, and it's always difficult to say no. Unfortunately for me, I can't say no, so I always get Sylvia breathing down my neck and playing neck for me for being late for technical meetings, but we can have that when we get later. But yeah, I always like to spend time with the fans and especially you guys.
Thank you. Thanks for the question. Okay, we move on to our final question from the fans. Over to you, please.
My question is general really. For a few years now we've only had this round at Donington Park, and I'm sure I speak for many of the fans. Could we have another one back, please, to Silverstone again?
Okay, let's maybe pass that down to Leon, maybe.
Yeah, obviously more races the better for England. I love racing in England from the home fans, but Donington for me is where World Superbike's at, and as far as the characteristics of the track, I definitely enjoy riding Donington more than I've done a lot of the other circuits. But Brands Hatch for me was a fantastic World Superbike track, and the fans that used to follow there with Fogarty and everything, it's an iconic race like HASLAM was. So maybe back to Brands and another one here. So for me that'd be my choice anyway.
Okay, thank you for the question. What we've actually got, we've got 3 little prizes for you, but just before we hand out the prizes, we're going to get an official photo. So just stand somewhere in the middle between the riders if we can. Are you even paying attention? Do you know what he's just asked me? Jonathan. Are you seen him bang around when you came down on the tablet? Because aren't you forgetting someone? Who? The Superstock man. We've already spoken to him. We spoke to you, didn't we? We already spoke. We made a question already. No, we didn't. Before, we made a question already. You said in 9 years ago in 125. We made this question, yes? See or no? Yeah. See? Okay, there we go. Okay, let's take a official photo and get on with the show. Okay. You all good? David, it's okay for you? Okay, perfect. Okay, and if I can ask please the riders, Kyle, maybe also Jonathan and David, you just pass on the prizes to our winners. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our question just keep going down the stairs. Thank you very much indeed. Enjoy. Hope to see you again next year. You're going to come back next year? You'll be back next year. Fantastic. We look forward to that. Thank you very much indeed. Okay then, so we move on to the penultimate part of the show today, and that is with the presentation from Nelox. Nelox are cameras. For those of you that watch World Superbike on the TV, or you watch it on the app, or any of the Twitters that you can download, all of the onboard footage is provided by Nelox, our championship sponsor, and again we're delighted that they present a prize to each of the winners. So please welcome onto the stage from Nelox, our Nelox girls. Okay, and we had a double winner here, so it is pretty straightforward. Tom Sykes, please select the two Nelox cameras. I'd ask you just to wait there because we have a very special guest who made the official presentation. If you can stay there 1 second, please welcome double world champion James Tozen. Let's just get back in there. Sorry, man, I forgot that you were coming. I'm so sorry. That's really bad of me. Let's get you in there and we'll reenact that. Let's try that again. Let's do that again. You didn't see that. James, come and have a chat. I'm so sorry about that. I was talking to you 10 minutes ago. I'm sorry about that. James, still a lot of fans here and still a very special place for you going to vlog.
Yeah, it's nice to be back at Superbikes, and I knew the trophy was going to come back at some point, but I didn't realise there was going to be 4 or 5 of them all trying to bring the trophy back. It's great to see all the British riders doing so well, and you know, it's a country that's had success in Superbikes for many years, but Johnny looks like he's got one hand on it, but his fingers were prized up a little bit by Tom today, but it's looking great.
And I've got to ask you while we've got both of you on the stage, young Kyle Ryde, we're talking a lot about the Junior Cup. I don't know whether you were here for that. We had the youngsters on stage. 17 years old, debut podium for Kyle Ryde. The future of British champions, or potential British champions, is looking really strong.
Yeah, to showcase himself that well in front of the World Championship teams and get a podium, especially on a wildcard bike and a wildcard team. It's been a while since we've seen that. I think back in the day when we remember Chris Walker production and everybody had a wildcard in Superbikes and they're able to finish on the podium. It's been a while since we've seen that. So fair play to doing that, putting it on the podium and don't play all of it. That's really...
We wish him he's not riding on the anymore, but he's a great fan of the Paddock. Ladies and gentlemen, James Tozen. Okay, the final thing that is required is, of course, that we all celebrate the successes of the riders on the stage. If I can ask our lovely girls from Prosecco, please, to serve the Prosecco. And I'll just pop on the... Ooh, back in the way. And if I can ask our two girls from Prosecco, please, to stand there in the middle. If you can just go right, there we go.